Good morning, guys. So I'm gonna do a behind the scenes of my melt and pour soaps. These are soaps that I used to have in my line for the first 3 years that I've been in business. So I figured I'd bring them back for the holidays. They're quick to make, and you don't need a lot of cure time. So I'm gonna go ahead and make those right now. And then once I get a few people on, I'll announce the winner. Well, I'll announce the answer to yesterday's question. So basically, melt and pour, you buy the base. Good morning. You buy the base of the soap, and there's a ton of bases that you can buy. Shea butter base, cocoa butter base, honey base, glycerin base, hemp base. Ariana, can you get my iPad, please? I forgot to go on Facebook. Good morning, guys. So today is, how are you? So I'm doing a little behind the scenes on making two of my top selling soaps that were in my line for the past, I want to say 3 years. But I kind of took them out of my line, but I'm bringing them back for the holidays because they're so quick and easy to make, and it's two soaps that people really love. It's in my bag, please. Thank you. Although I don't know how I'm going to do Facebook because I need it to sit on something. So this is the base of the soap. Can you put on something and I can just do both at the same time? This is shea butter base. So this is the base of the soap. I'm cutting it up. Good morning. I'm cutting it up, and I'm going to add my additives, my oils, and my essential oils to make the scent for the soap. Yes, Facebook. So anybody that's ever wanted to make soap at home, this is the description is melt and pour soap. This is the melt and pour soap. Anybody that's ever wanted to try their hand at making their own soap, good morning. This is the easiest and safest way to make your own soap. You buy the base, you cut it up, like I'm cutting it up now. You melt it down. You can melt it down in the microwave. You can melt it down in a crock pot. You can melt it down in one of those melters. And once it's all the way melt down, you'll see some of it is melt down already. Once it's all the way melt down, you add your whatever you want to add to it. And you play around with the different oils, essential oils, and whatever you want to add. Like this one is called Almond Egyptian Musk. So I'll be adding almonds to the mix. Good morning. So while a few of you are on, let me talk about yesterday's game. I'm melting down that soap. I put all my crock pots in the storage and I forgot to take it out. So I'm using the microwave to melt down the soap. Are we on Facebook too? If you could, no. I needed to, give me a second, guys. I'm sorry, good morning. Put it on a box so they could see me making the soap at the same time. So maybe that's box right there on the floor. You should see what we have to go through to get these devices to be able to be at an angle. No, I think that box may be too high. Get this box on the floor over here. Give me 1 second, Instagram. I'm sorry. Let's see. So if we put it down, that's the one thing. Oh, at Facebook, you have to do it sideways. You have to stand it up. No, Facebook, you have to stand it up. It has to be, because they can't see it. They're not going to be able to see it sideways. They have to turn their phone.
You can still see it like this.
Facebook needs to be vertical is what I'm trying to tell you. second. Good morning, good morning. I'm gonna tell you guys, oh, I didn't even know Facebook was live right now. This is not, hold on. I'm sorry, I always leave Facebook out. Okay, here we go. Now that's better. I always give love to Instagram. Always forget about Facebook. Okay, so those that are just joining me, I'm making one of my top selling soaps, which is that hasn't been in my line for a little while, which is called Almond Egyptian Musk. That soap is a very amazing soap. It has a very musky smell, and believe it or not, women and men go crazy for that soap. The only reason why I stopped making it is because I love making my soaps from scratch. So when I make my soap from scratch, I have more control of how the soap reacts on your body. I have more control of the lather. I have more control of the bubbles. I have more, bye baby. I have more control of how it feels after the soap is made. So I love making soap from scratch. But for the first 3 years of my business, I used to make 2 soaps that when I tell you they were popping, they were flying off the shelves, and that's the Almond Egyptian Musk and the lemongrass soap. And the lemongrass soap has a little spinach in it and lemongrass, which when I converted to making my own soap from scratch, I changed it into the spinach soap. So you guys are gonna watch me make the soap, and as I was saying earlier, if you ever want to get your hands at making your own soap at home, this is the easiest and safest way to make it. You buy your base. I'm melting the base now, just to show you. You buy the base. So this is what the base looks like. It's like whole blocks of soap, already finished. You cut it up, you put it in a microwave, and then you can use a microwave, crock pot, anything to melt it down slowly. You don't want to melt it down fast. Once you finish melting it down, you put your oils, whatever oils you want to use. You put your additives. So this soap that I'm making right now is Almond Egyptian Musk, and I'm going to be using almonds. And then I'm going to be using my Egyptian Musk oils. So that's what I'm making. So we're doing a little bit behind the scenes. Now, the only thing I personally don't like about these soaps is, and again, this is a personal preference, I don't feel they lather and bubble as much as my pine tar, turmeric, and spinach. But again, everybody's body is different, and everybody likes their soap differently. So whereas I like a lot of lather and a lot of bubbles, some people, they don't even notice that the lemongrass soap and the Almond Egyptian soap doesn't lather and bubble as much. So, checking my wallet, I'm not sure. So, all I know, this is an amazing soap and people love it. So, I guess it's something you would definitely have to try. So I'm melting it down, and as soon as it's melted down all the way, you'll see me add my different additives. Now the difference between a melt and pour soap and the soap that I make, the melt and pour, I already told you, you melt it, you put your stuff, you put it in a mold, and you're done. You let it dry, and that soap, you can literally use it the next day. The soaps that I make, my pine tar, my turmeric, and my spinach soap, you have to I make it from scratch. So it's not good. So get a water bottle. It was sitting in a cart, so I use it to make my soaps and stuff like that. I was talking about the water. You know, you're not supposed to leave water bottles in the car because when it gets heat on it, the chemicals dissolves in the bottle. So get another water bottle, babe. I'm doing a live stream and you keep talking to me. I'm sorry, guys. So the difference between the melt and pour, which is an easy way to explain it, you melt, pour it, add your stuff, and the soaps that I make, my soaps are completely from scratch. So I'm picking the amount of water, I'm picking the amount of oils, I'm picking like the additives, the essential oils, the clays, the powders, every ingredient that goes into the spinach soap, the pine tar soap, and the turmeric soap, I pick, and I pick the recipe. I made the recipe. So it's not a recipe that you're gonna find from somewhere else and be able to duplicate it. That's my 100% recipe. So anybody that wants to do soap at home, be careful. This is almost melted down. This is the easiest way to make your soaps at home. And sometimes people will make their soaps at home and figure, you know what, I'm still gonna keep buying soap from other people. Some people like to make these soaps and give as gifts for the holidays. So to each his own, but I know, oops, made a little mess here. I know that when I did have these two soaps, give me a second, guys. I have to lock the door. Bye, babe. Have a good day. Yeah, when these two soaps were in my line, a lot of people were really disappointed that I took them away. But I figured for the holidays, I'll bring them back. I'm missing my thermometer. So I know one of my customers, when I used to make the lemongrass soap, which I'm not making today, I'm gonna make it this week. She loved it for her face. She really, really loved it for her face, for acne. I had a lot of people that loved the lemongrass and a lot of people that loved the almond Egyptian musk. Now, one thing I could tell you about melted pour soaps, and I'm telling you ahead of time in case you buy it for the holidays, because these are the soaps that's gonna be in the gift set. They tend to sweat. And the reason why they sweat is because of the glycerin that's in the soap. It draws the moisture from the air. So you'll notice that if you leave the soap sitting out and it's very humid or there's a lot of moisture in the air, you'll see little bubbles on the soap. Don't panic. Don't think that something is wrong with the soap. It's just sweating. So it draws in moisture. So as I'm doing this, let me go ahead and announce, hey guys on Facebook, let me talk about yesterday's game while I'm waiting for this to melt down. The question for yesterday's game was, what was that one product that I used in my, that my son used in his hair, and that after when I saw him use it in his hair, I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So some people guessed it was the Haitian hair oil. Some people guessed it was the Haitian hair butter. It was none of those. It was actually the lemongrass body scrub. Yes, let me melt this down a little bit more. So unfortunately, I had nobody. Hey Keisha, I'm sorry you can't see my face. It's because the way this iPad is set up, I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So if you see my face, that means you can't see what I'm doing. So I'm sorry, Facebook, that can't see my face. Good morning. So yeah, one day, I tell you, my son is crazy about my products since day one. You know, some parents, they have kids, their kids still using Bath and Body Works or, you know, Jergens and Dove, because it's like, oh yeah, my mom make natural products, but whatever. But this kid, my son, since day one, he has been a diehard Donata's Co., Donata Skinfood, all the versions that my business went through when it came to my branding. He was there. So he would take bubble bath, he would do body, what do you call that? I don't like doing that. My OCD won't allow me to lay in the tub. He will lay in the tub and use the bath salts. He loves him some body scrubs. I have the lavender. Hold on, I'm going to show it to you guys. I need to label them. But I have my lemongrass, my lavender body scrubs that have lavender in it. And then I have my lemongrass body scrubs, which I need to finish labeling them. It has a little bit of lemongrass in it. But this is a 9-ounce body scrub. This kid will use this scrub in 2 days. And I honestly, if you use it correctly, it should last you a lot longer than that. But he loves the body scrub. He loves how it makes his body feels. So one day he was using it in the shower and he used it in his hair. Now this is a long time ago when his hair was really short, which you guys know I chopped his hair off. But those that are just joining me, I'm working and talking at the same time, okay? So he was taking a shower one day and he used the body scrub literally from head to toe. And he came out the shower and he was like, first, another thing, when he's using the body scrub, the whole house smells like lemongrass. I always know when he's using it. So he comes out the shower and he's like, yo, Mom, if you guys know my son, you know how he talks. Look at my hair, it's so wavy, it's so nice. And I'm like, well, what did you do to your hair? He said, I used your lemongrass scrub. And I was like, what? You use my lemongrass scrub? He was like, yeah, I use it to wash my hair. So his hair was short. He took the lemongrass scrub and he scrubbed his scalp with the lemongrass scrub. And his hair looked so beautiful, so moisturized, so hydrated. And I thought, wow, now that's brilliant. But you know, of course, me, I went online and I started researching about scrubs for the hair, and people do use scrubs for their hair. So if you have very short hair, people that have hair issue, you have to go bald, whether it's for a medical reason or it's for because you wanted a short haircut, that's the perfect time to use a scrub. Of course, you want to use natural. You don't want the fragrance going into your scalp. Use something that has some type of essential oil in it because you're feeding your scalp. So be very mindful of that. You put a little bit. You don't want to put a lot. You put a little bit throughout your hair and you gently scrub your hair. And that not only cleans your scalp, but that also moisturizes and hydrates your scalp. And that also stimulates your follicles. And you guys know if you have hair issue, scalp issues, the one thing you want to do all the time is stay stimulating your follicles. Every day you take 3 to 5 minutes, you're sitting at the red light, just massage your scalp, because when you're doing that, you're bringing blood to your scalp. And those that are really well versed in how your hair it grows, you know, blood feeds the hair growth. So, and that's one question I'll ask people when they tell me they have hair loss. The first thing I'll say are you anemic? Do you have low blood? Are you having issues with your blood? Because a lot of people that are anemic, they start losing hair. People with thyroid issues, they start losing their hair. So you don't have to wait till your hair starts acting funny for you to stimulate your follicles every day. You want to have a healthy scalp. And by doing that I need to milk this a little bit more. In 1 second. So by massaging your scalp, you're stimulating your follicles, and that's going to help it to grow longer. That's going to help it to be healthier. So yes, that was the answer to yesterday's game. Lemongrass body butter is what my son used in his hair to make his hair pop. So now that his hair is short again, I reminded him yesterday because he was like, Mom, of course he forgot. He was like, Mom, what did I use in my hair that made you go wild? I said, you forgot when you did the lemongrass scrub? He was like, oh yeah. And I said to him, I was like, your hair is short again, so definitely do it. Now, for people that have long hair, I'm not saying you can't do it. I feel like I'm yelling, sorry guys. I'm not saying you can't do it if you have long hair. You just want to be sure that the scalp is what you're putting the scrub in. You don't want the scrub all throughout your hair. It may, like somebody that has very thick hair like me, it's going to take longer to get the scrub out. But I did say when I have some extra time, I'm going to try it myself because I know my scalp needs a good almost, my scalp needs a good detox because it's very thick. So you know, stuff you gotta, it takes extra to get to my scalp. So I'm definitely gonna try that. And when I do, maybe I could do a live stream on it or let you guys know what the results were. I'm gonna melt this one more time and then we'll finish up this soap. And you'll see this soap will be done before this live stream is over. That's how quick it is to make. Hey guys on Facebook that are joining, that's how fast it is to make a melt and pour soap, and then you have your family use it. You can look for recipes online. Now, of course, you have to use the right oils in the melt and pour soap so it can be nice and hydrating and feels good on your skin. But there are a lot of recipes online. This is one of those DIYs you could do at home with your family and friends. I mean, well, you could do it with your friends too. Your kids, and teach them how to start making natural products. There are so many different molds, and I think I'm gonna be doing that for Christmas. I have little Christmas molds. They're over there. I have Christmas molds that look like a Christmas tree, that look like a stocking. If I have time, I may do some soaps like that and sell at the farmer's market, but that is such a fun thing to do with your kids. As a matter of fact, I used to do parties where I'd bring all the melt and pour products to the parties and let people make their own soaps. And when I did it with kids, they had a lot of fun. So if you want to introduce your kids to healthier skin products, and you want them to learn about making their own natural soaps, you might have another Donata in your hand in the future with your kids. So that's something fun you could do. And maybe when I'm doing it with my niece, I could do a live stream. If you have kids, they could join the live stream and kind of watch and see how we do it. And you can order the supplies online and make your own soaps at home and have them make it. Let me look at the questions that I have on Instagram. You guys know when I do my live streams, I don't plan. So if I had planned this correctly, I could have had my Christmas molds right here so you can see how easy it is to make different shape soaps. But this one is going to be a plain Jane soap in a mold, and that's going to be it. I see questions, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me put what I need to put in here. And with melt and pour soaps, you definitely don't want to put too many extra stuff in it because that will cause it to sweat even more. Okay, let me look at the questions while this is cooling off. Awesome, I'm glad you love my pine tar soap. Thank you so much. It's crazy how I came up with that recipe. I tell you, God is good. God just be dropping stuff in my mind and I make it and it turns out to be a hit. That pine tar soap is everything to so many people. Out of hundreds of people that have used that pine tar soap, I have had only 7 people. I count, guys. I've had only 7 people that their skin didn't like the pine tar soap. Out of hundreds. And when they reach out to me, and usually what happens is, I think about 3 people notice they'll itch here, and 1 or 2 actually broke out from the pine tar soap. And that just showed me that the pine tar was too strong for their particular skin type. So as soon as they told me that they have a feeling the pine tar soap wasn't working for them, I quickly switched them over to the spinach soap, and the spinach soap has helped them tremendously. So, and everybody's sensitivity is on different levels, because some people will tell me, oh my gosh, I have very sensitive skin. and they use the pine tar soap all day, every day. And I have somebody else that says, oh, I have mildly sensitive skin, and their skin doesn't like the pine tar soap. So what I actually started doing, just to kind of help my customers out, I started, I need to melt this down one more time. There's still a little bit of chunks in here, and I want it to be as fluid as possible. What I started doing when people order the pine tar mini set, I also send, hey, how are you, Kayla? I also send, I'm sorry you can't see my face. I also send a little slither of spinach soap so that if for any reason they have any type of irritation, they could pop on over and use the spinach soap, and there's no delay in their skincare regimen. So that's what I've been starting to do. Anytime somebody orders a pine tar set, I send a sample spinach soap. 9 times out of 10, people don't have to use the spinach soap for that reason. But hey, it's always fun to get something extra, right? So they use it for something else. Let me see, what is the next question? Yes, he used a scrub in his hair. He definitely used a scrub in his hair. I tell you, that kid will use any of my products for different reasons, and he will help me come up with more ways to use my products than one. So I don't think that the scar butter likes my skin. Okay, so if you don't think the scar butter likes your skin, there was somebody else that noticed that their skin doesn't like shea butter. So that person reached out to me. Good, Kayla. I'm glad all is well. That person reached out to me and told me that they don't feel that the scar butter is helping their skin. Now, is it the scar butter or the pine tar soap? Send me a DM and let's talk so we can determine if it's the pine tar soap or the scar butter. But there has been one person that reached out to me that they said that the scar butter didn't work for their skin, and I made them a scar oil. And when I sent them the oil version of the scar butter, which I don't sell because that's just too many extra things in my line, but if somebody reaches out to me, I make that oil for them, which was one person. She used the scar oil and she hasn't had any complaints. So she noticed that there's something in the scar butter that doesn't work well with her skin. And the ingredients to the scar butter is shea butter, neem oil, and Haitian moringa oil. Those 3 are the base for the scar butters. And of course, the 4 essential oils that I put in the scar butter, which are the healing properties to reducing the scars, reducing the hyperpigmentation, and taking away the dark spots. So again, the scar butter base is shea butter, neem oil, and Haitian moringa oil, and then 4 essential oils. So what I would do with you, if you have shea butter at home, try using that for a few days and see if it's the shea butter that's called. Sorry guys, someone tried to call. But definitely send me a DM so we could talk and figure out what we could do to feed your skin so that you're using the set together, whether it's the oil version and the pine tar soap. So reach out to me, because if I tell you I'm going to reach out to you and I hang up, I will forget. Hi, son. I hope you're doing good, Damar. Okay, you broke out. So there's something in that butter that your skin doesn't like. So I hope you stopped using it, because you guys know all my instructions that I send to you, I put on the instructions. If your skin does not like that skincare regimen, stop it and contact me so we could work on something that will be beneficial for your skin. Let's see if I have any question anymore. I moved to Ohio from North Carolina. My skin is so dry, and I'm sorry guys, I tell you, people will call you one time, you decline, and they call again. It's like, okay. And my relaxed hair is 2. Any product suggestions? For living in the colder area, the oatmeal salve is nice and thick. So that may help you with your dryness. Also, are you taking showers? Are you taking hot showers? Are you taking, yeah. Do you use hot water when you take a shower? Is what I'm trying to say. Let me know so I can answer that question. So I'm adding all my yummy goodness to this Almond Egyptian musk soap. And I would have been done already, guys, if I wasn't sitting there chit-chatting on live stream. This soap literally probably takes about 20 minutes to make. So let me try to hurry up this process because I know some of you guys have church to go to. Here's the almonds, grounded almonds I'm adding. And once I give this a good stir, yes, but not extremely hot. Okay, so good. You use more warm oils. Okay, I would suggest to do the oatmeal salve and the spinach soap and try that combination. The spinach soap is very moisturizing and very gentle. So that's why I'm recommending that soap. And the oatmeal salve is thicker than my other body butters. So I believe that combination will be a good fit for you. So I would recommend for you to try that first. Give me a second, I need to get some gloves. Did you say, oh no, spinach soap and oatmeal healing salve, that's the moisturizer. So I have 3 body butters: lemongrass body butter, lavender body butter, and oatmeal healing salve. The lemongrass and lavender are lighter. The oatmeal is thicker. So I don't know if you guys could see. I'm gonna pour this in the mold. It's so cool to have somebody working at the farmer's market for me this morning, so it gives me a chance to stay home and make some products. Okay, so that's it. There goes my Almond Egyptian musk soap. And then I'm gonna add some more almonds to this top. That's a light exfoliation. Now you guys have seen me cut my soaps in that big brown cutter, but melt and pour, you gotta cut. You can't use that type of cutter. So I'm gonna cut these manually. So you may even see that they're gonna be cut a little slanted because it's hard for me to cut soap straight. So I'm gonna tell you ahead of time. And men love this soap. So this is actually the soap that's gonna be part of the men's set. The men's set is gonna be the Almond Egyptian musk soap, the Egyptian musk body oil, and they will get a free sample of my beard balm. So I'm actually making the men's set right now. And husbands and wives, fight over the soap. This is just one of those soaps that it's really yummy and everybody likes. So this is what the soap looks like. And when it's dry, By the time it's dry, I'll be at the farmer's market, but I could probably cut it later on today or tomorrow. So you'll definitely see a picture of the finished product. So let me see if you guys have any questions. Again, for the holidays, my gift sets, I have 3 gift sets. It's the ultimate Haitian hair set, the mini version. And if you guys saw that picture that I posted on Instagram yesterday with the bag, the hair set is in that bag. I love my pouches. They're really, really cute. So, and they're all at the farmer's market. I can't even show you right now. So the 3 sets that I have for the holidays, and you guys could tell I'm a little late because it's what, December 3rd? And I haven't even posted any pictures of my gift sets yet. But the 3 sets are the Ultimate Haitian Hair Set in a travel size, the Almond Egyptian, that's for anybody, men and women. For men, particularly, the Almond Egyptian Musk Set, which includes a soap and a body oil, which is 2 ounces, and then a sample size beard balm that they can use. That's free. That's something I'm throwing into the set. So you're really paying for the soap and the oil. And then the 3rd set is my lemongrass set, which is my lemongrass travel size body butter and a small lotus flower lemongrass soap. Those lotus flowers are amazing. I actually have a company that ordered 400 of those sets, so I'm gonna be cranking out a lot of products next week, a lot of gift sets. So y'all pray for me because I'm gonna need it. But those sets I'm also gonna offer to my customers to purchase, as that's the Gift of Glow set. So you could purchase for your friends and family and give them something nice and simple, but something that they'll really love and enjoy for the holidays. And you could put them on to using natural products to help their skin better. So I think I made all my church announcements. Is there anything else? Today's game is what's in the box. So I'll show you the box. This may be a hard game. So the game is what's in this box. So if you pick 2 out of the 3 items in this box, then you could win one. Look at the oils on here. You could win one of the items in this box. And I believe one of the, if I tell you that, then you're automatically gonna guess it. So I'm not. Guess what's in this box. When I post the game on Instagram, then go ahead and put your response. And today ends my 7-day gift of giving. So I already started emailing everybody to get their $5 shipping payment, and I'll be shipping all the winners, their orders, their products next week. So today ends today's the last day of the 7 days of, hey guys that just joined, 7 days of gift giving. It was a lot of fun, and I love that you guys participated and joined in. So I think this is the end of my live stream. I'm gonna go ahead and make 2 more batches of my Almond Egyptian Musk soap, so I can start having them for the holiday. One person, I remember the first year I made this soap, somebody brought 10 and just gave them out to friends. That was the only thing she gave her friends for the holiday, were 10 of these soaps that I had nicely decorated in a bag, and she just handed them, she put them in their stockings as gifts. So you can be very creative of how you want to do things for the holidays. My gift wrapping is free. So if you place an order and say, hey, Donata, this is what I'm ordering for such and such. It needs to be shipped to this place. This is the message I want to add into the box, and this is going to be a gift. Then I will gift wrap it. So find ways to make things, I'm trying to find ways to make things easier for you guys when you're doing your holiday shopping. So all you have to do is pay, and it goes to that person with the note, and you're done for your holiday shopping. So the deadline to order for the person to get their items on time for the holidays is the 15th. Yeah, the 15th, because my deadline to get it to UPS is December 19th. So the deadline is going to be December 15th, 17th to get the holiday stuff out. Okay, guys? So again, this is my Almond Egyptian musk soap, and I'll cut it after the farmer's market later. Thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed day and enjoy your Sunday. Self-care Sunday. Don't forget. Take care of yourself. Bye.